anytime you're wondering what's going on with U.S. foreign policy, just literally take a globe or a map. If it's outside the United States, and remember, the United States is a state continent, literally a state continent, isolated by the Atlantic Ocean and the Pacific Ocean. So, I mean, you know, unless it has problems with Mexico and Canada, which it doesn't, not in the same manner in any case, it doesn't have any reason to be in these areas. It doesn't have any reason to be, you know, stirring up shit in Europe or in China or Southeast Asia or in India or the Middle East. It just doesn't. It doesn't. That's not defense. It's not productive. It's offensive, it's aggressive, and you're going to piss off the people in that region because they don't like, you know, Uncle Sam trotting along and, you know, putting down, you know, putting his boot on their necks and ordering them around. And this is typical bullshit that the United States does. And again, when I say US, I mean Britain as well. Same thing, really. They come in, you know, and try to like stoke divisions and try to provoke sectarianism. Like they'll try to, you know, in Iraq they'll say, oh well, look, the Sunnis hate the Shias and the Shias hate the Sunnis, and then they you know, they might take something that is maybe a fraction of a truth and then blow it up and make sure it happens, right? They'll make sure it escalates and turns into a bloodbath like they did in Iraq, right? And then they try to do the same thing with Hong Kong. They try to do the same thing with the Uyghurs, right? And then they try to do the same thing with Tibet, and now the same thing with Taiwan. So they have different areas where they're trying to fuck with the Chinese and stoke internal divisions. So, you know, it doesn't mean China's perfect and there's nothing to talk about and everything is fine in Taiwan and Hong Kong, etc., etc. But this is all of these issues are immensely exaggerated, and they're exaggerated on purpose so they can cause internal strife, right? It's just divide and conquer. That's really what it is. Yeah. So in Syria, it's also the same thing with the Kurds. So the United States will come in and pretend to be with the Kurds, and then they actually screw them and put a knife in their back, like they did 2019, right? And they try to like pit, you know, different groups of people against each other, right? So they'll go and give weapons and arms to Al-Qaeda. So Al-Qaeda goes and kills Muslims and other Muslims and Christians and minorities. And then they'll also, you know, they'll go and back the Israelis so they can also come in and you know, help with Al-Qaeda and bomb Syria and cause chaos on that front. And then they'll go and be with the Kurds and steal the oil and give them weapons and pretend they care about them. And it's just divide and conquer over and over and over again. You can really see they're just trying to drum up support to fuck with China. Taiwan is not the point. They don't care about Taiwan, just like they don't care about Ukraine, just like they don't care about, you know, people in Iraq and Afghanistan. There's always a play. It's just a play. Democracy. Freedom. Taiwan. Donbass. Sorry, they got protect the Ukrainians against the evil Russian green men in the Donbass. This is a PR ploy that they are using to justify the you know, the same result. What is it? Military-industrial complex, making record profits, selling more weapons to be used against these countries, whether it's China, whether it's Russia, whether it's, you know, pick whatever country in the Middle East. This is business. This is the same business model over and over and over again. They don't give a shit about people in Taiwan. They don't give a shit about people in Hong Kong. They don't care about the Kurds. They don't care about nobody.